Welcome back in on this Wednesday morning. We're following breaking news right now. A weather alert for you this morning as we have now seen some significant flooding throughout the Salt Lake Valley. We have Dan Guthrie watching the storm, how it came through and where it is right now.
And Sheriff Park is live in Salt Lake City. Also want to mention, too, we are looking at Rocky Mountain Power right now. There are 3,945 people without power in the Salt Lake Valley, and we assume that's due to the flooding concerns here. Sheriff Park, we're going to start with you. What are you seeing?
Lori, Andy, you guys have got to take a look at all of this water. We are flooding here in parts of Salt Lake City. I'm going to walk out just to show you how deep it is getting over here in this one neighborhood. We are at 200 West and about 1100 South Fremont Avenue. If you're familiar with this, got to be super careful here because there are TRAX lines underneath all of this water. Right now, TRAX is shut down both directions in this area. So we've got a bus bridge in place from Central Point that goes to 900 South. So you're going to jump that area. It's getting into place right now. So if you're headed out on TRAX this morning, you're going to see a delay because of this. And this entire neighborhood is covered in water right now. We drove around, Steve and I. We saw water up to front doors of houses in this area. This park that's just off to our side here, there's a playground that basically looks like it's in the middle of a lake. So we've got a lot of water that has come down here in a very short amount of time. We're looking at about maybe 1.5 to 2 feet of water. And you guys, it's still raining at this point. You can see we've got the UTA guys that are here. They're trying to assess how they're going to get this water out of the area, how they're going to get TRAX back up and running. But for now, it seems like we've got a drainage issue. It was just overwhelmed with so much water this morning. And now they're just kind of waiting for it to subside and to drop down just a little bit here. But I mean, this TRAX line right now is under about 2 feet of water. Andrew and Lori.
Yeah, we can see that standing water right there, and severe weather, not just an issue, of course, also affecting TRAX, and they're having to use bus bridges in some places to get the people where they need to go.
I want to show you this graphic here that we have to let you know exactly what we're talking about. If you do take TRAX here for the morning commute, we have that bus bridge set up between Ballpark and 900 South. Now, the ballpark, Smith's Ballpark, is about 1300 South, give or take, and you're talking 900 South. Sheriff Park was just at 200 West and 1100 South, so she is right in the middle of the worst of it that we're seeing right now, and significant flooding on this Wednesday morning. Again, if you're headed out the door, take it slow. We've seen a number of roadways, localized flooding in the streets, city streets, Sugar House area, seen some flooding, and as well as Draper, south end of the Salt Lake Valley, there is a massive ponding of water about 122nd South and State Street.
Yeah, and just again want to mention, too, Rocky Mountain Power reporting power outages here. We've got about 1,350 customers in Sugar House near Liberty Park. They do not have power right now. And then another 2,300 customers in North Salt Lake, west of I-15, that also are without power because of all of the rain that we have received, and it's just such a short amount of time. So we'll continue to follow this as Rocky Mountain Power tries to fix this power outage. They're out working on it right now, but they can only work so fast.
A number of issues to deal with, certainly. Dan Guthrie, this was a quick storm, and I told you when I walked in this morning, man, it was really coming down.
Yeah, you were debating whether or not to run out to your car because it was coming down.
And it proved to be a very